Hello everyone, I'm wicked excited for today's video. It is Polish cuisine. Let's not wait any further, let's go.
Poles love soups, and they have loved them for a very long time. At home and in restaurants, soups are still cooked using traditional village recipes. Perhaps the most famous and colorful Polish soup is żur or żurek. There are countless regional versions of this soup. It is eaten by all Poles regardless of their profession or social status. The main ingredient of żurek is a sourdough starter. This rice starter is made through the natural fermentation of a mixture of water, spices, and rye flour.
None of this, I have no idea what he's talking about. Let me just clarify something. In the US, soups are not that common. Usually we eat chicken noodle soup if we're sick, right? But here where I come from, Boston, Massachusetts, again, clam chowder is a creamy soup, which is wicked popular. But I want to go back a little because I have no idea what they said.
Natural fermentation of a mixture of water, spices, and rye flour.
Okay.
Poles add smoked lard, meat, potatoes, boiled eggs, dried or pickled mushrooms, and also a special aromatic pork sausage called biela kielbasa.
This is, I don't mean to interrupt him like that. This kind of reminds me of seafood boil, which is a common dish in the south of the United States. A bunch of everything put together in a pot, seafood, sausages, right? Kind of similar. Let's go.
Also a special aromatic pork sausage called biela kielbasa or white sausage. In restaurants, it is often served directly in loaf of bread, which looks very impressive.
Yeah, in some states, clam chowder is also served similar to that.
Traditionally, this soup is prepared for Easter, while a vegetarian version of żurek is served on the Christmas table. In that version, people add dried forest mushrooms, sometimes horseradish, potatoes, and eggs. Another famous soup is beet soup with small dumplings. It is usually called red borscht.
Beet soup? Wow, beets popular in Poland? Not here.
The liquid base for traditional Polish borscht is prepared in advance. To make it, raw beets are covered.
I'm sorry, I'm unapologetic, I pause so often, but you use beets, the root, not the leaves. Oh, okay, hence the color. Okay.
Traditional Polish borscht is prepared in advance. To make it, raw beets are covered with brine with garlic and other spices and left to ferment. Because of this, the beets develop a sour taste. Potatoes, boiled beans, or a hard-boiled egg are often added to the soup. Red borscht is one of the culinary symbols of the Polish Christmas Eve dinner. The Christmas version is served with small dumplings filled with porcini mushrooms and fried onions. In Polish, they are called uszki, which means little ears. But perhaps the most important Polish soup is rosol. It is usually made from chicken or beef broth and served with noodles.
So like chicken noodle soup, right? Although the veggies are cut, so... Oh, interesting. But it's similar to chicken noodle soup, right?
For centuries, most Polish cookbooks began with description of this very soup. In Poland, you can also find cucumber soup, cabbage soup, Lithuanian cold soup, fruit soup, dog blood soup, and the very famous tripe soup called flaki.
Damn, you guys like your soup! Wow. I mean, it is healthy for you. I don't blame you, but damn, cucumber? Wow.
People often eat it in the morning after big celebrations to help with a hangover and restore their strength. Because this dish contains a lot of collagen, it is sometimes even recommended for injuries. So it's not just a soup, it's a real magic potion.
Like a remedy for everything? Wow.
Let's move on to the next legendary Polish dish, pierogi. These are dumplings made from thin dough with various savory or sweet fillings such as meat, fish, vegetables, or berries.
Yes, in the previous video, you guys corrected me. We don't have sweet dumplings here in the States, or whatever you call them, pierogi, right? Which I thought the inside were the onion filling. But then I saw the strawberries on top, which made no sense to me. But thank you for clarifying. Wow, sweet dumplings. Damn.
Common fillings include potatoes, mincemeat, and cheese.
Okay.
Pierogi are usually boiled in water, but sometimes they're baked in an oven or fried in a pan.
Okay.
They're typically served with sour cream, butter, and fried onions.
Okay, that doesn't
In
surprise me
Poland,
that much.
pierogi were traditionally made at home, because shaping them is quite labor-intensive. They were usually prepared only for special occasions. This task was often handled by the women in the family. Mothers, daughters, and sisters would gather in the kitchen, chop onions, shape pierogi, and chat. So making pierogi itself became a small festive ritual.
Yeah, like a family gathering, and it just sounds nice.
A symbol of homemade Polish cuisine is the pork cutlet. Slices of pork loin are pounded with a meat hammer, then dipped in egg and coated in breadcrumbs. The cutlet is usually served with potatoes and fried cabbage. Another classic dish is zrazy. Traditional Polish zrazy are made from thin slices of beef that are rolled with aromatic fillings inside. For example, mushrooms, pickled cucumbers, bacon, fried onions, or dark rye bread.
This is the second time I'm hearing meat with mushrooms. Is that common in Polish cuisine? And I'm also seeing pickles. Interesting.
The rolls are sometimes tied with thread, then fried and stewed. They're served with sauce and groats, often barley or buckwheat, as well as potatoes or various dumplings.
Yeah, that looks fire, not gonna lie.
Because Poland has limited access to the sea, freshwater fish are very popular. For example, one of the main dishes for Christmas is carp. Crayfish are also popular, something rarely seen in other European cuisines, and they're often compared to lobsters. As for sea fish, the most important one in Polish cuisine is herring, which...
This is the one I saw in the previous video. I wasn't sure what fish it was. Okay.
As for sea fish, the most important one in Polish cuisine is herring, which can easily be preserved in salt and transported to inland regions of the country. Poland has long been famous for its meat products, especially sausages, and stores offer a huge variety of them. Really? Several types are particularly characteristic of Polish cuisine. The most famous is probably Krakow sausage. There's also white sausage, the soft spreadable sausage called metka, thin kabanosy sausages, and many others.
Damn, I thought Germany was known for sausages. Didn't know they were common in Poland. Also, wow, so soups, sausages, cabbage, potatoes. Okay, I'm with you.
Another very interesting sausage product is salsesson. It is made from boiled, finely chopped pork offal, seasoned with garlic, pepper, and other spices. The mixture is then stuffed into thick pork intestines or a stomach and boiled or baked in an oven.
Okay, I respect that.
This snack is eaten cold. Write in the comments whether you like unusual treats like this. And you know, I think you may have already noticed that we left out something very important.
Oh.
But no, we didn't forget it. I just decided to save this legendary dish for the end. So, bigos. This is a classic one-pot dish made from sauerkraut, meat, sausage, and smoked meats. It is definitely one of the most famous symbols of Polish cuisine. In many families, it is cooked in different creative ways, and the list of ingredients can be almost endless. Besides sauerkraut, fresh cabbage is sometimes added as well. Bigos is often cooked with mushrooms, tomatoes, prunes, fried onions, many kinds of meat.
And I saw sausages. So basically, yeah, you just throw in a lot of different ingredients in there.
Different sausages, bacon, and even wine.
Oh.
This dish is usually prepared in late autumn and winter. It is often served in small eateries and inexpensive restaurants, and you can also buy it in stores. Many people believe that bigos taste better after has been reheated several times.
Oh, really?
When this happens, the ingredients mix well and the flavors combine. However, centuries ago the word bigos meant something quite different. In the 17th century cookbook Compendium Ferculorum, it referred to a dish made from chopped meat or fish in a sour and spicy sauce. It also included generous amounts of expensive and exotic ingredients such as lemons, wine vinegar, and spices. In simpler versions, lemons and wine vinegar were replaced with much cheaper local ingredients, mainly sauerkraut, sometimes pickled cucumbers, or other sour products. In general,
you really like your preservatives. Wow. That's a lot of different ones. I'm seeing different types of mushroom, beets, like sliced pickles, bell pepper, white asparagus maybe, olives. Oh my god. Wow. Damn, that common in Poland? Wow, I mean, we have pickles and stuff like that here, but that's just... wow.
it's worth noting that people in Poland love pickled foods. Even at the beginning of the 20th century, bigos were sometimes made with pickled cucumbers or soaked apples. Today, however, sauerkraut is the standard base. The old bigos of the Baroque era was primarily a meat dish. Today, meat, sausage and smoked meats are more like additions to the cabbage. Well, we still have desserts left.
Oh, yes.
And believe me, they deserve your attention. Let's start with the most unusual one, the sękacz cake. The dough for this dessert is made with a large number of eggs, from 30 to 50 eggs per 1 kilogram of flour.
30 to 50 eggs.
At the beginning of the video, we actually described the recipe for this very cake. It is baked on a wooden spit, which is dipped into the batter or covered with it while slowly turning over an open fire. As the batter drips down, it forms many small branches. One version says that Queen Bona Sforza, whom we mentioned earlier, helped make sękacz famous in the 16th century. This dessert was a traditional specialty of the village of Brzeźniki in northeastern Poland.
I'm watering in my mouth right now. The question is, do you add syrup to that or you don't have to? Because it sounds to me like the ingredients sound to me a little like pancakes. I mean, eggs, flour and stuff like that. We eat pancakes with syrup, so I'm wondering.
When Queen Bona visited the region, she liked the sweet delicacy so much that she ordered a sękacz for the wedding of her son. When the magnificent tall cake with its amber golden color was delivered to Krakow, the queen was completely satisfied. However, this cake is rather exotic and there are much more common desserts in Poland.
Okay.
For example, sernik. This Polish cheesecake is made from farmer's cheese, usually flavored with vanilla and topped with chocolate glaze.
Okay.
Poles also love apples, so another popular dessert is sharlotka. This apple pie is
Again, paused, I apologized, interrupted, but apple pie, wicked common in the United States. I assume this is a bit different, but you know, idea is pretty much the same, right?
usually made, so that their popular dessert is sharlotka. This apple pie is usually made so that there are more apples than dough. We also have to mention makowiec. This poppy seed roll is an essential part of the Polish Christmas table. And finally, let's talk about donuts or pączki. These pastries are well known in many countries, but Polish donuts easily outshine most similar sweets. Polish donuts are shaped like slightly flattened balls. There are many different fillings: rose jam, liquor, pudding, and more.
Donuts are wicked popular here in the US, and this again reminds me of Boston cream donut, which is absolutely very similar. The cream inside, glazed on the on top, very similar, but still a little different. So I found a picture so that you can actually see what I mean when I'm saying Boston cream pie donut. Again, filling on the inside, glazed with chocolate on top, so kind of similar. You see what I mean?
Although donuts are sold in bakeries all year round, they're a symbol of the end of the carnival season.
Oh.
On Fat Thursday, the last Thursday before Lent, tens of millions of donuts are eaten.
Wow.
Well, we hope our video was interesting for you.
Absolutely.
We try to include the most interesting things, but of course, there's always more to say.
I'm curious. I'm honestly shook about the fact that there is so much cabbage in your cuisine, so much cabbage, potatoes, sausages, and yeah, and mushroom. That's lots of salty goods and all of that. Very, very northern kind of food. I assume. Yeah, I loved it. I want to learn more. Thank you for watching.